Okay, if you'll feel that, everybody can feel that. Pretty stiff, huh? Okay. Pretty stiff. So I think
pretty stiff. Yeah.
So I think I'm pretty safe. So what I'm going to do is I had a little bit of monomer left, or I did have a little bit of monomer left. Let me get the right stuff. I was going to do 1/2 of that to show you couldn't tell the difference, and I forgot to do it. But let me get just a little bit more monomer. I like to wet it just a little bit, because a lot of times it'll get crusty. If you wait about 10 or 15 minutes, it may get crusty. Now putting all this monomer on, guess what? If you don't do a good job, your case comes out dirty because of all the monomer. What's the monomer do? It eats your separator. So you gotta have a good separator. I used to use Alcoat. I mean, for 12 years. I mean, I come out of the Navy. I didn't think there was anybody other than Dentsply. Honest to goodness. In school, we had nothing but Dentsply stuff. Everything was Dentsply. So I literally, in my first 12.5 years of having my own lab, honest to goodness, everything in my lab was Dentsply. I didn't know any better. And then when I started going to courses and saw other materials, I'm going, wow. And so I switched. And I switched for 2 reasons. One, I liked what I saw. But number 2, every lab in the country is using the same products. So if I want to charge $5 more, why? I mean, I can go all 3 of you guys and I can get it for $5 cheaper. Well, why do I deserve $5 more? So I started changing my materials, and that's what I tell the dentist also. So, you know, it's like a lot of times people will say, oh, you don't have to do a face bow and removal, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. I'm going to do a face bow. Because the other guys that made the last 5 dentures didn't do a face bow. It takes me only a second. Now today we're going to show you not using face bows, because we're going to use averages. But I'll show you how to do the face bow, and I'll do stuff. But majority of the dentists out there, probably 90%, do not use a face bow when it comes to removal. They don't think they need it, and so that's fine. I just do it for our closure, and the closest I can get to that, the less you have to adjust, because I'm charging $1,500 for a denture. Everybody else is getting $250, $400 for a denture. So I got to be somehow some different than the other guy. Why are you going to send it to me? So I save you chair time. You touch somebody's occlusal rim, all of a sudden you're going to spend 30 minutes playing with that occlusal rim. You do mine, you're not going to touch it. Very often, very rare that you ever have to touch it. Because usually I'm going to be there, because we went through stuff. We got communications between the 2 of us. You're going to give me numbers. You're going to give me things, and I'm going to make that custom. I'm going to make that occlusal rim custom made just for you. That thing is made for that patient. It's not 22 and 18. It's made for the patient. And you gave me an initial vertical. I'm going to put it in initial vertical. I'm even going to look at what I have there, and I'm going to alter that, and I'm going to make it to where you don't touch me. And that's the key. Then it's worth you paying me to do that, because your chair time is going to be worth anywhere from $600 to $1,000 an hour. So, if you had to spend 30 minutes, how much money you just lost? $300 if it was $600. See how it rocks? No longer is it flat and straight like you used to. That's because of that ring around there. When I put it in there, it's going to smush it, and then it's going to seal it for me. It's got to go through a diagnostic, just like a furnace does. So I'll turn that on. We'll let Rick show you how to do all that when he's ready. This I just wanted to get it started. So now that it's put together and ready to go, now I mix the acrylic. Who drank my monomer? Oh, somebody put it back in there. Okay. Who put that back in there?
I did.
Now, there's another way to do that. There's a little bevel here. See a little bevel?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bevel there. Mm-hmm. Instead of shaking that, I could have just done that. So, whatever floats your boat. Now with Ivoclar, you have to put that back in, because with Ivoclar it shakes for 5 minutes. So if I didn't put that back in there, the minute we put it in the little shaker, it would have just taken that little purple thing and slung it back out. Now you see this little pointer here? This has that little plunger has the highest arc you've ever seen in your life. So this is going to get down in between where that little hump is. You want to mix this for 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah, that thing went through all of its cycle and it told me it's ready. See how watery it is? Mm-hmm. That's good?
I think that's too. Mm-hmm.
Now, what's so nice about this, it's real watery. The machine is going to sit and wait for 5 minutes before it injects it. That's the reason why you got to be careful when you read the instructions. It says you got 5 minutes. Well, you really don't. Put that on there like that and just carry it to the unit. Don't tilt it. So tomorrow when you're doing yours or whenever we're going to do yours, I think he's blowing yours out tomorrow. Nice thing about it, and I'm not going to go over this because he's going to go over it, so it's no sense in double. And I push it in until I can see the green dots. It's seated. And then I just got to put the right program. This is Ivobase High Impact. If P1 is the hybrid material, that doesn't mean to use it for hybrid cases. Always use high impact for anything that you need strength. The hybrid material has more flexibility, but it's not very strong. So we should have never named it hybrid. But I use high impact for everything. But anyway, so I'm going to go to the high impact and just push start. I'm done. I'll walk away. So what's kind of cool about it is it'll sit here for 5 minutes. It tells you exactly what it's doing. You hear the motor? The motor's clamping. And that motor's going to keep tightening a few times, but it's putting over 2,000 pounds pressure externally. And we're going to inject 6 bars, which 6 bars should be about 98 pounds. It's 14.6 or 14.7 per bar. But anyway, that's it. So you'll get to see all that tomorrow. But we're going to let that thing cook and then we'll break it out and let you look at it. Okay?